a celebration, Senior Day, as we see the number 7 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. The handoff to Johnson. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired. But you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. He lets it fly. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
Offense set on first down. Running back searching for a hole. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. It's pretty obvious what's at stake here, guys. A top 10 matchup, winner, good shot at the playoff, and the loser is probably going to need some help.
Yeah, so further cementing your resume, making that exclamation point on the schedule, giving that committee something to look at and go, here's a top 10 win. This is a big deal for my schedule. Big proving moment.
And that's why you play football for one of these two programs, for games like this, for the opportunity to reach the college football playoff. You knew these two teams were on a collision course. That's the opportunity ahead of you to go get it done in front of a lot of eyeballs watching.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on 4th.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on 4th down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away and doing it cleanly. No PI. And as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out a whole lot more here today.
Yeah, dang right. How much implications down the road does this have? But how about you get an idea of exactly where you stand right in the middle of the season, playoffs down the road, make your statement here today.
And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. The Canes come to the line with a new set of downs.
There's not a lot to think about when you're the quarterback. You've got one of the best receivers in the country. You get him the ball any way possible. It doesn't matter if one guy's covering him or two guys are covering him. He just gets open and gets first down.
When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. Really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. They'll try to run for it. And I don't think he got there. No, they stopped him short. He does not pick up the first down.
Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, third and short. I just got to fall forward and get the first down, Palmer. But the defense comes up big and gets the stop.
So on offense, don't overthink this one. 4th and inches, just line up, something easy. You know you can execute in your sleep and go keep this drive going.
They want to run this quarterback. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. He needed less than a yard, didn't hesitate, didn't think about the field goal. Probably a little long for that, but they get the first down.
And now that you've got it and a fresh set of downs, look at where they are in the field. They're sort of in that fringe area. There are a lot of coaches that like to take shots at this.
It's complete. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Miami.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown. And they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. They give it to him again. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
Man, this guy is so scary when he has the ball in his hands. He kind of reminds me, he's got a little bit of Leonard Fournette. He's got a little bit of Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you know, just that shake and bake. And when they get in the second level, DBs just don't seem to know how to tackle this guy. You don't want to submarine. He might hurdle over you, but if you don't go in with conviction, then he's got the speed to get outside and take it the distance. This dude just makes your heart stop every time he has the ball.
And that pass intercepted. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42.
You know, quarterbacks have to be careful throwing over the middle of the field, especially when you're playing against a safety with this kind of range and this kind of football IQ. He was locked in on the QB, knew exactly where he was going with the ball. He was able to jump in front of it and pick it up.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
He breaks makes a tackle. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. Williams looking for a man. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. And the Hurricanes decide to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. He couldn't find much running room there, didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on this.
Nothing but green ahead. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Reads it, fires complete. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
This offense has a second down play. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on third and short. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Big play to start the drive, a little tougher sense. Now a crucial third down on this drive. Wants to go up top. What a snag by the defense. Got some room to run. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Canes. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. He'll bring it out. It's Sampson. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. The receiver on the jet sweep. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close.
Miami 14, LSU 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. Motion from the offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Picked off.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Catch in the middle. It's Williams. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
A strike downfield. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
Man, that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick it in the belly and that wide receiver is going to run down the field that far, I need some good protection, and I need my lineman not to go downfield. Nice job by the quarterback making the right read, being patient, throwing that strike.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
But after getting stuffed on that run, you now got 4th down. I'm not into chasing points this early in the game. I think you just take the field goal. You try to pay this drive off and this opportunity to put something on the board.
Well, and nowadays you have these analytical cards, and the coaches, they literally look at every situation. Is it more advantageous to go for it or kick it? That's how they'll make this decision.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so he puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on 3rd down. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the 1st down. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
And the returner will be brought down. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll run it again. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Give to the running back. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hurricane. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Kansas State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there and the Little Apple behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by just 4 to UTEP. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
Man, who says you can't run the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looking for the corner on the jet sweep.
Great job by the defense there slowing down that jet sweep. And a big key was the defensive end containing the play, forcing the receiver to cut back inside to where all the traffic was.
Kept it on the ground on first down. Let's see what they do on second. Fires to the wideout. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Not only made the pick, but he also made up some ground and took it back to the 38.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. He's looking to throw it. Going to take a shot at this DB. Makes the grab. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
I love it. The offense being aggressive. They're taking a shot. Good job by the QB getting a lot of air under that ball. And how about the receiver and his ability to track it?
A first down run in the red zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Miami. And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, you move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent. This one's over.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that.
31, LSU, 0.
He'll bring it out. It's Sampson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse. Gonna take a shot. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
Oh, man. The quarterback almost just threw his second interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He's looking to throw. Complete downfield. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the 5-yard step off, 1st and 15 for this offense. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Got it in the middle, it's Green. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
And the quarterback showing a lot of toughness on that play. Being able to focus downfield with all that pressure coming right ahead.
Pressure coming. Snagged in the middle, it's Durham. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Here we go. They'll throw it on first down. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Throws to the tight end. He's got it. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Miami 31, LSU 0.
The Hurricanes will line up to kick off and start the second half. Bringing it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Looking to the big tight end. He makes the catch. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, this tight end can run these crossing patterns, and he can catch the ball against man coverage or zone coverage. That time, nice job seeing the ball in, helping his QB out.
Throws to the wideout. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Canes. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.